Hi, this is Irish Eddie Murphy.com coming to you live from Walmart. And right here, I really like to come up here because it's got a nice little sunset, and that's probably what the Indians saw back in the day when they came here. But right now I'm out here and I doing a little thinking because I have been staying down at the Dartmouth Motor Inn, and as a result, right now they got some kind of law in Dartmouth where I guess basically they end up after 28 days having to have you leave. And the thing is, this ain't just for me, it's for everyone. And apparently what it originates from is the fact that back in the day there were some women and children that were staying there, and as a result they kind of end up staying there a little longer than they should have in their eyes. I mean, I realize a lot of people might not believe this, but I think women and children are the only reason that God keeps this planet rolling, because right now he's not happy with what's going on, and I'm trying to become the ultimate prophet available to people today, but I don't know how to use these fancy phones. And I was raised by dogs, and a lot of times when you look in the eyes of a dog, you see God. And I always tried to be kind and compassionate. I mean, ultimately, we're in a time of the world where not everybody's got a lot of love in their heart. And, I pray we can pray for them, but I mean, you can't reason with unreasonable people, and I feel like right now it's imperative that we start handing out dark chocolate and, get people thinking up, because dark chocolate is actually a mood enhancer. And I mean, when you're in jail, you want to say a few words, John?
Yo, yo, yo.
There he goes. He's a prophet in the area, and we kind of like to get high and fly, because FLY is an acronym for First Love Yourself. And, I feel like right now I really don't know what to do. I mean, I'm trying to be nice. I put up the American flag on the door, and he wants me to take it down. And the thing is, I really feel like I need to take a stand, because this ain't right. I mean, women and children sleeping out in the woods in Dartmouth. I mean, this ain't right. I don't know how they even think. I mean, now they're not thinking. I mean, this is the coronavirus. I mean, if somebody goes out into the woods and they get that coronavirus, they're going to end up coming to Walmart. So, I mean, everybody needs to kind of think ahead. It's kind of like driving a car. You got to look ahead. And I realize I haven't driven a car in a long time, but I feel like I don't even like cars. I like yachts, and I like helicopters, and I like to fly, and I like to, go out in the ocean, catch some of them big fish with some fishing babes. And, if that's wrong, I don't want to be right. But, I realize a lot of people don't know anything about money. And ultimately, back in the day, George Washington, he was a farmer and a fisherman. He came to America, and, he met a lot of Indians back there. And, I mean, that's what I was kind of praying I was going to meet out here in Dartmouth. But, yeah, here we go. I'm going to talk to... You got any words of wisdom for us? God bless you. So right now, I feel like, we're out here and we're just chilling, because you can learn a lot from the seagulls. I mean, ultimately, a lot of times when there's a storm coming or whatever, a lot of people are getting ready to head for the hills. But, out here, when you look at the seagulls, and the seagulls are kind of using that extra current to maybe do a little bit better hang gliding. I don't know. I've never been able to really, talk to a seagull too much. But, I mean, I have chatted with them. I think sometimes when I'm alone with seagulls, it really makes me feel like mermaids are the mission that I need to accomplish in order to bring heaven to earth. because I think it's important to treat women like they're royalty, even when they're children. And then when they grow up, they'll lead us to victory. But victory is an acronym for Vision in Christ to Overcome Rough Years. And my name's Edward Victor Murphy. Edward means king and wealthy guardian. Victor is my middle name, which is an acronym for Vision in Christ to Overcome Reality. And right now, if there's women that are pregnant, sleeping out in the woods in Dartmouth, we need to send out a search party, because that just ain't right. I mean, as a community, you can't allow that to happen. And I don't know how to do this GoFundMe stuff or Kickstarter or whatever. I ain't got much money. I'm going to try to figure out maybe how I can get a little bit of that. But, I haven't been focused on money because I feel like it's imperative that we try to do a little soul search. And I pray in advance that everyone will get the chance to enhance their stance. So the spring of 2020 is going to be the best sowing season in the history of the world. Because no matter what religion you are, you still need food. So right now I suggest that everybody accomplish what George Washington intended to do when he first came to America. And that's doing some fishing and farming. So as a result, I feel like, it's important that with the coronavirus, we kind of stay in our own little backyard. Focus on wise women goddesses leading the way. Because ultimately, I'm just a dumbass white guy, and I realize without a wise woman goddess in my life, I'm never going to achieve the potential that I have to become the greatest father in the world. And I really feel like every man should aspire to that, because at least in the eyes of the child, you need to make them know that they're going to become the next king of the world. Because ultimately, this is the year of the rat in Chinese astrology. And as a result, there's a lot of 24-year-old wise women goddesses who are walking around that I have not yet had the pleasure to meet. And I know a lot of people might know, about Chinese astrology, but the thing is, I really feel that maybe we need to start doing a little soul searching ourselves and try to realize that our purpose in life is to find out what our purpose is. Because the hardest person to get to know is yourself. And if you walk around this planet 11 times like I did, sometimes it doesn't always sink in when you're a dumbass white guy like me. But I really feel like a lot of people don't even realize. It's like I got these glasses and I don't see 2020. But I see a lot of things that other people don't see because my vision is impaired. So I appreciate my vision a little bit more than what others do. And it says in the Bible that people without vision perish. There's a lot of people out here that read the Bible, and I think they're the ones that are inhibiting people from being able to see right. Because the thing is, education's the only true answer to poverty. And Benjamin Franklin, who wasn't even a president, said back in the day, if you empty the coins in your pocket into your mind will fill your pockets with gold. But right now I want to focus on one of the coins out there that I think should be worth at least $2. Because the thing is, there's a lot of coins out there floating around that got Sacagawea, who was the guide for the white man before they swindled the founding fathers of this country, the Indians. So the thing is, if you think the government is actually on your side, you need to recognize that they're on their side. Because that's what people do. When they talk about these interest groups, it has to do with what they're interested in. And as a result, I appreciate everybody listening. I pray that people will share this and let everybody know that I realize they think that I might be the most foolish man on the planet, because sometimes when I'm talking to ladies, I mean, I really feel like perhaps they might think that something else is going on, but I've been loyal to God, because I really feel like, you know, I won't get like, if I meet a wise woman goddess, I mean, I don't know, I think it might really transform me into a better man. And I mean, I really feel like that's what God's telling me to say right now, that, you know, I won't be a better man, not a bitter man. And I know a lot of people think I'm just a grumpy old man because I ain't got no teeth, but I really was trying to figure out, and I mean, I hope the ladies will let me know, but I just think that, like, you know, I read a lot of this stuff in the Erotic Heritage Museum out there at the Las Vegas location, and as a result, you know, I studied a lot of things that most people don't, but I feel like reflexology is an important topic. I've read the Reflexology Bible many times, and you know, it's got photos in there. For a dumbass white guy like me, that really helps. But I think it's important that if I do meet a wise woman goddess, she knows in advance that if she needs me to rub her feet, I'm going to be there for her. Because there's 100 erogenous zones in the foot, and you know, sometimes they got a headache, and sometimes they got a backache, and sometimes they just tired of going to work. So I really want to announce that this is going to be the final day that women go to work, because I really feel like women should enjoy life. So I mean, they need to get out and go swimming, and I mean, I realize they form a bond with children that is something that a lot of men don't even begin to understand. But I empathize with women a little bit more than they think, and you know, I mean, it breaks my heart sometimes I have to walk away, but I feel like sometimes you gotta get right with God, you gotta get right with yourself. And you know, I realize that right now, you know, this is like the sowing season, and you know, it says in the Bible, as you sow, so shall you reap. And the thing is, it's the year of the rat, and as a result, they have been talking about this rat race that people have been trying to become the first trillionaire or whatever. I mean, you know, I realize that I'm kind of an underdog right now, but I've always been an underdog. I, you know, feel like that's a good way to live your life, because, you know, sometimes you bite off more than you can chew, and sometimes you get in a little bit of a situation that's maybe above you. But, you know, I mean, the thing is, just because you get locked up for stuff you didn't do, I mean, I realize a lot of people are like thinking that, you know, things ain't looking real good right now. But, you know, I feel if I can unite and form an alliance with at least one wise woman goddess, you know, I'm not trying to make a baby. I mean, obviously, if you make a baby today, it ain't even going to really necessarily come into the world until 2021. So I mean, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I mean, that's just simple math. I mean, 9 months from today is going to be January 1st. And, you know, I know there's a lot of people out there tonight that are competing to have that first baby in the world, and I want to tip my hat to you and, you know, let you know in advance that we need to make more babies, because it says that we need to be fruitful and multiply, and right now I don't think people are doing that. And you know, I mean, maybe the people that shouldn't be doing it, or, you know, I don't know. I mean, making love is what I'm talking about. I guess right now I need to get some more Adderall. I think that'll help me focus. I really feel like that's the thing I need to maybe figure out what kind of makeover I need, because, you know, I realize I don't have wholly weird looks, and I feel like brains are more valuable than good looks. But, you know, I don't know. I realize there's a lot of wise women goddesses out there that are looking for, you know, different things or whatever. But I feel like it's important to be friends with people before you even think about going any level above that. And, You know, I always try to have ice cream or access to it because ice cream, in my opinion, is one of the best antidepressants on the planet. And, you know, just like dark chocolate, it helps my high blood pressure. It helps my heart. And, you know, right now, I don't want to go anywhere near that hospital because I feel like not only do they lack hospitality, but I feel like that's where the illness is at. And I really want to give a shout out to all the healthy, wise women goddesses who are at home. They're using this time to maybe get a little bit better in shape, because that's what I'm doing too. And I mean, our bodies are a temple, and taking vitamins and supplements and having stamina, endurance, I think that means a lot to a lady. So, you know, I know right now I feel like they got good vibes and positive energy that I need to try to attract into my life. So, you know, I'm giving a shout out to all the single ladies out there that are 24 years old that may be looking for a guy they can hang out with and have a good time, because rule number one, always have fun. And I know that girls like to have fun, but I'm hoping wise women goddesses do too. And, you know, I really feel like right now babies are the answer to the global warming issue, because, you know, I know that I studied a little bit of that back in, you know, when I was a young lad in Lynn, Massachusetts. We used to take bus trips into the Museum of Science and the aquarium. And, you know, I think the more you learn in terms of wisdom. And that's why I always feel like, you know, a lot of people focus on money, but that ain't never been my goal, you know. I really feel like wisdom is the most valuable thing in the Bible, and it's the most valuable thing in conversation, because I like to learn. And I really feel like right now I need to learn from some wise women goddesses on how to, you know, break into all this marketing they got going on. I mean, I feel like content on some of this stuff out here is lacking. You know, I mean, a lot of people think stuff's funny that ain't. But, you know, I want to let every lady out there know that my father's name was Edward John Murphy, so he was the first Irish Eddie Murphy in our clan. But I come from a long line of royalty, and, you know, as a result, you know, my mother's name was Elizabeth Mary Hallisey, and then it became Murphy, and I like using that name because that's my name. But I really feel like Murphy's Law has kind of been the story of my life. When anything can go wrong, it will at the worst possible moment. But, you know, maybe that's just because I ain't got no lawyers or, you know, people that are righteous that'll, you know, help me in terms of my current situation. Because right now I'm staying down at the Dartmouth Motor Inn, and this guy's been turning away women. And, you know, I won't buy this place because, you know, I won't become the king of hospitality. Right now I don't own any land. And I mean, I got a little bit of money. I really ain't been, you know, trying to make any money, but I got an MBA in commercial real estate. And right now in this country, we need to start building for the children, because we need to protect our borders and we need to start building. And this is spring 2020, and as a result, it's imperative that we sow seeds. And right now, I know there's a lot of people out there that might not be aware of what I'm talking about. So I got the seed you need to overcome greed. And as a result, you know, I got some watermelon seeds and some cantaloupe seeds and some IrishEddieMurphy.com sativa seeds. And, you know, I got a little bit of a kitchen now, so I'm going to try to make some edibles. And a lot of people say two heads are better than one. And, you know, that's why I'm going to try to unite and form an alliance with somebody. I mean, I think a lot of times it's better to kind of walk alone in order to get close to God, in order to learn as much as you can. And, you know, as a result, I'm going to form an alliance, announcing today on 2020, April 1st. This is not a joke. IrishEddieMurphy.com Sativa Cannabis edibles will be able to be delivered to your door. And fuck the government. There won't be any taxes. And we're going to get some women involved. That way they're going to be taking care of everything. And as a result, I want you to pay these 24-year-old wise women goddesses well. when they deliver to your door.